go back, and then we've got the first answer. And then for B, what is the correct answer there for B? What is the semi-annual interest rate? Semi-annual. Remember, if we look here, it says interest compounded semi-annually. So we want to know this one of 12.5% is per annum. Okay, compounded. But we said it can happen at any time over the year. Okay. Right, let's check what is the semi-annual interest rate. It's half yearly, 6 months or half yearly. So which means semi. What is that? Semi-annual. My handwriting. Interest is equals to 12.5 divided by 100 divided by 2. Remember, when you deal with compound interest, if it says half yearly, it's the same thing as semi. Half yearly is the same thing as half annually. Okay, so these are the terms that we must be familiar to them. So now this is how we get the interest semi-annually. Semi-annual interest rate. So what is the answer here? If you punch your calculator, the answer is going to give us 0.0625. That's my calculator. So then we've answered B. Then let's get to C. All right. If you get to C, what will be the total amount of money accumulated in saving bank at the end of 2-year period? At the end of 2-year period, which means we must find the money at the end of 2-year period. So what is the amount of money saving? So which means it goes with the investment. So which formula are we going to use? We're going to use what? A equals to P into 1 plus I to the power of N. Okay. It's compounded. Am I right? Yes. Here is the word compounded semi-annually. All right. It's an investment deposited into the lump sum of 15,000. It has been deposited for 2 years, 12% per annum, compounded semi-annually. Okay. That's why you choose this compound interest formula. Okay. So what is the substitution according to our data? What is our P? Our P, it's a 15,000, and then into 1 plus, what is our I? We said it's semi-annually, so we're going to take 0.0625 as our I, because it's semi-annually. So it's going to be plus 0.0625. What is the other item that is going to be affected if we find that we've got this condition of semi-annually? It's going to be our N. Remember, when you started the whole thing, when you dealt with that example of Mpodi Keledi Thabo and Vuyo's exercise, then here what's going to happen, our N here is going to be affected. Then, but it's not going to be affected the same way as we've got our I here. Can you see that? Our I is not affected the same way as N. But what happened to N? In our N there, we say it's going to be N. What is our N there? That is 2 years. It's our N. This is 2 years. But we multiply 2 by what? By 2. If it says half yearly, if we divide by 2, on your N, we multiply by 2. Can you see that? Remember that exercise of Thabo, Keledi Mpho and Vuyo, where you compare the amount after investing, same amount of money. All right. So then there's the picture. So now from this, this is the layout picture that we've got it here. And then what is the final answer here? You remember, this is the amount, this is the money. We round it off to what? To 2 decimal places. Then we're going to have 19,116. 44 cents. Can you see that? Now, the other thing that can make you proud to be sure that you've got this thing correct, what is crucial after getting the amount, compare it to the initial amount or lump sum. The lump sum must be smaller than the final amount. So then it's when we refer to the investment here. Under the investment, remember, what should happen that under investment, your P must always be smaller than your A. It's not like depreciation. Remember when you tell you depreciation. So these are the other key conditions that make you feel comfortable that your answer is relevant or it's exactly the correct answer if you compare it to your P or the initial amount. Okay, so that's the answer. So it's all about the calculated computer skills to punch it, and then you get this final answer. Okay, now on the same note, now let's continue with what is the other one? You're going to deal with what is that one? D. Let's get to D. Our D. Let's work on that D. I can take off this one for a while.